Hey guys, I guess that's our countdown now, Blake. That really threw everybody off. He said potato. He says potato.
I don't got it.
Yeah, potato.
It's a starchy young man.
Oh my gosh. All right, it is time to start Bollocks this evening, and we got Wager Wire tonight, and it's football season.
It is.
So
Starts
we got some exciting stuff on the Wager Wire. We got our typical give and take. We got a little bit of China stuff. We got some game show stuff. And then we got some sports on the second half of this show. But the first thing we got to do is, how you doing?
I'm good, thanks. Nice to see you.
Okay, all right.
Make it through the day. You had a tough morning so far. You got a long day, baby.
Got a long day. Got a long day.
Well, I'm with you.
Today's my long day.
I'm with you.
So had an air conditioner go out at work, so that's always a problem because the tenants, and it's 4 different tenants, so that's always not fun. So that's not good. But you know, we got some great air conditioning people out there that take care of us. So you got it today.
In my hand.
And Blake, how you doing back there, man? Pushing all the buttons.
I'm doing great back here. Lenny, do we believe that Lenny has the case of the armpit microphone again?
It's right here.
Yeah.
Can you not hear me?
I can hear you.
Can they hear me out there in the world?
The good news is Blake, we spent the good money on the good microphones. We might cut corners every place else.
Right.
But we know Lenny is going to be in here, so we have to spend money on the microphones.
I'm still waiting for my lavalier, my pin on, and I don't have to worry about this.
Yeah, but
I might buy my own if we can.
Then we got to charge those batteries, and the sound's not as good. No, these are the good ones.
Okay.
These are the good ones. The closer you get, the better off we are. But these are the good ones.
Hi.
And I got a lot of great production comments just yesterday, Blake. So you're doing a fine job back there pushing the buttons.
Okay.
Yay.
Like to hear that.
Yeah. All right. Where are we at?
We're in the Beaux-Arts Ford studio, man. Come on.
Damn right.
I know right where we are.
Damn Skippy. All right. Beaux-Arts Ford Lincoln in St. Augustine, their goal is to make sure your time and experience buying a car is stress-free, fun, and enjoyable. Beaux-Arts is a family-owned Ford dealership that has been in business since 1949. Beaux-Arts Ford Lincoln has been a recipient of numerous dealer awards, including being ranked #1 automotive dealership in the nation by Dealer Rater. Beaux-Arts Ford also has won back-to-back President's Awards, which is the highest honor given by Ford Motor Company. Check them out today online at beaux-artsford.com.
All right, let's deal with the elephant in the room. When your comfort's on the line, trust Powell Heating and Air Conditioning.
They're the
Serving
guys.
St. Augustine 24/7, 365 days a year with no overtime fees. From expert AC installation and emergency repairs to duct cleaning and routine maintenance, Powell's skilled team and fully stocked 15,000 square foot warehouse. Yeah, 15,000
That's
square
right.
foot warehouse. Whew, are always ready. They service all brands and offer flat rate pricing you can count on. Call 904-794-2665. That's 794-COOL. Or book online today. Powell Heating and Air, your comfort, their promise.
That's it. Established Solar Stick, established in 2006. Solar Stick is a local portable power company proudly committed to American manufacturing, constant innovation, and creating jobs right here in St. Augustine. Solar Stick's focus on providing solutions for self-sufficiency. Self-sufficiency helps users all over the world complete missions and save lives. Solar Stick, changing lives, saving lives, and reviving American manufacturing.
For trusted financial guidance with a personal touch, turn to Hebert, Kresge and Associates, CPAs, serving St. Augustine since 1989 with over 125 years of combined experience. Their team offers expert services in tax planning, estate and trust work, business valuations, payroll, and more. Whether you're starting a business or planning for the future, they deliver smart, customized solutions that grow with you. Call 904-460-0747. That's 904-460-0747, or visit HebertKresgeCPA.com. That's Hebert, Kresge and Associates, where your success is their mission.
All right, here we go. These neighborhood diners are more than just a place to eat. They are where hospitality blooms and friends gather. Bring your own or make new ones. Talking about friends.
Yeah.
All right. The coffee is always hot. The smiles are genuine, and the food tastes like home. Every meal is a chance to make memories, share stories, and create bonds that last a lifetime. It's not just about the food on the plate, but the community that comes together at the table. Come see them at Moultrie Creek Diner and Anastasia Diner. Tell them Andy sent you.
Experience the art of Italian dining at Saint, nestled in the heart of historic St. Augustine. From handmade pastas to rich risottos and indulgent tiramisu, a dessert I called out yesterday.
Okay.
Every dish blends authentic Italian flavor with modern elegance. Sip a craft cocktail, savor seasonal ingredients, and enjoy breathtaking views from their second-floor balcony or rooftop patio, where you can take in the bayfront and even spot the lighthouse on a clear day. At Saint, every meal is a celebration. Join us there and elevate your dining experience.
All right, and we have other great sponsors we got to give shout-outs to. We have Meehan's Irish Pub, A.D. Davis Construction, Land Title of America. After our show, stick around. Land Title does their show about real estate and property and legal. So stick around with Rusty and Steven and the guys over there. All right. Kaiser's Deli and Market, St. Augustine Distillery, A to Z Roofing and Waterproofing, Mr. Electric, Brightway Insurance, St. Augustine Pirate Museum. That's a great list right there. We have some amazing people. And now it's time to get into the heart of the show.
Yeah, baby.
All right. We each only have one topic.
Okay.
So we're going to get to both of them, or do you have more than one?
Well, mine's a doubleheader in that case.
You have China and China.
Correct. I got Florida China and I got Chinese China.
Chinese China.
It's a heck of a fun story.
China China?
China China.
China.
Florida China plays into the China one.
Florida Express China.
Florida China plays into the. So we got to do those together.
Yeah, we may as
Because
well.
if we split them up, then we're kind of
Correct.
screwing things up a little bit. All right, and I got game shows.
Right.
All right.
It's a carryover.
And most of my game shows, it's not so much game shows, it's game show host.
Oh, okay.
So it's kind of a little shift on the game shows, but it's game show host.
Wink Martindale.
Yeah.
I just like saying the name.
Yeah. So, but I mean, he's on the list. All right, I got a whole list over here of when I thought of game show, and I see I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. I have 12. Don't look at my list.
I'm not. I can see that far away without my glasses.
You don't have your glasses on. You know what was number one on my list?
Yeah.
Wink Martindale.
Thank you very much.
On my list.
Greatest name out there.
All right, so we're going to start with. Sorry, Blake, I didn't let you choose. We're already into it. We're doing game show host.
Okay.
All right, Blake. These are the ones I think of when I think of game shows.
Okay.
It's a game show host. All right. Steve Harvey's not on my list.
Okay.
Okay, so I'm just giving you, but I'm going to let you go back and forth. Blake, it is now your turn. He's already nailed Wink Martindale. So I want to see, and you guys play also at home,
right?
And go back and forth. Blake, give me a game show host.
I'm going to say Alex Trebek.
Alex Trebek.
Okay.
Yes, he's number 3 on my list.
Oh, I can see him. I can't think of his name. And the other guy I can't think of. Oh, Bob Barker.
Bob Barker. He is number 4 on my list.
Okay.
All right. You guys are crushing this so far. Blake.
Richard Dawson.
I did not have Richard Dawson, and I understand the despair with that sound.
Yeah.
But he did not make my list. Go ahead.
I go?
Yeah. And you're at a disadvantage, Blake, because most of mine are from the 70s and 80s. So I'm not gonna lie.
Pat Sajak.
Pat Sajak on the list. So he's number 2 on my list. Blake, I don't think you'll get number 5.
Bob Eubanks.
Bob Eubanks, very
job.
good.
All right, I was sitting on him.
He is number 12.
Nice.
He is number 12 on my list. So
good.
All right.
Good call. I'm trying to. I can visualize him. I can't call up his name right now. Mm-hmm. It's the guy who used to do the match game.
Mm-hmm. I will tell you this.
Okay.
He is on my list.
Okay. I'll get there eventually. No looking it up either there, young man.
Stay off the computer back there.
Hey, during my sick days, I used to watch the Game Show Network all the time.
Yes, you
Okay.
did. You did what? You
Okay.
did like that. So you have a chance at this one. But
Yes.
But it's not really a competition. I'm just seeing
I know.
how long it takes you guys to get to the 12.
Dude,
I
I have Asperger's.
You have 5. You have
Peter somebody, but I'll come back to that one. All right.
Pumpkin Eater.
No, that's Tom Hanks actually.
Yeah.
Let's see. So another game show host, Alan Ludden.
I don't have Alan Ludden on the list.
Shame on you.
I don't have him on the list. He's not a guy that I watched a whole lot.
Password?
Yeah.
Oh, it was legendary.
Yeah.
Okay.
Not one I watched a whole lot.
Okay, fair enough.
All right.
Is Dick Clark on your list?
I got you.
Dick Clark is on the list. He's number 11. Blake's working from the bottom up.
What
getting his
game
way
show was
there.
that? Was the Hadamard?
Pyramid.
Pyramid.
Really? Okay.
For years and
Peter
years.
Marshall.
Peter Marshall, not on the list. Also great.
How can who wrote this list?
When I give you this list, because you were all around the one you couldn't come up with a name, so don't be mad at
I
me.
thought Peter Marshall was the one I was thinking of.
No, that's not right.
Yeah, he did Match Game.
Nope.
Okay.
Not when I watched it.
Well, I know Richard Dawson did that as well.
Well, he was the guy who was
But he was second.
he was one of the celebrities. The host of it was not Peter Marshall.
All right.
Okay.
May I have a
At
guess?
least not when I watched it.
Okay.
Yeah, go ahead.
Gene Rainbird.
You're cheating little shit.
I hate Gene.
It's Gene Rayburn.
You know,
He's cheating back there.
we're going to move that TV a little bit higher so we can watch him while he cheats.
You're such a cheater. There's no way you pull Gene Rayburn. There is no way you're pulling that one, Blake.
Oh, and Peter Marshall did Hollywood Squares.
Hollywood Squares. He did Hollywood.
Don't call me dumb door over here. How dumb is she?
Yeah. No, but you didn't pull Gene Rayburn, man. You probably never saw Match Game once.
Not with Gene Rayburn.
I did. There was reruns on the Game Show Network. I remember Richard Dawson was one of the panelists on there.
Fanny Flagg was hysterical.
Yeah, he was.
And so was Charles Nelson Riley, was even funnier.
Charles Nelson, right?
Oh, my goodness.
And Richard Dawson was on there.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
And Paul Lynn was the center square.
That was on the Hollywood Squares. Yeah. Yeah, we talked about that a little bit this morning. Paul Lynn and Buddy Hackett, to me, made Hollywood Squares. If those two weren't on it and they had a substitute in there, like Joan Rivers would sometimes sit in the center square. She was funny, but she wasn't,
Well, Buddy Hackett had no filters.
she wasn't as funny as Arthur, Uncle Arthur. Uncle Arthur.
Yeah.
So, all right. So you're missing 1, 2, 3, 4. You're missing 4.
Okay.
All right.
No, 5.
Well,
5.
have we gone contemporary and brought?
Most of these are from the 70s and 80s.
Okay,
Okay.
so, all right.
So there's no contemporary.
Okay.
So,
I'd say Merv Griffin because he probably hosted something.
Yeah.
he's not on the list, but
Okay.
I'll give you another guess at it. There's one that you guys are missing that I thought you would get right away.
I'm trying to think what the shows would be.
And it was on, and he was there for a long, long time, and I think it's still on today with obviously a different host.
Right.
So
Oh, how about Regis Philbin?
no, I don't have Regis.
Okay.
So that's 90s
Too
to 2000s.
recent, right.
Yeah, it's too recent. So, Blake, go ahead.
Monty Hall.
That's the one.
There you go.
That's the
Let's
one
make a deal.
I
All
thought
right.
I thought you guys would nail that one down.
And
Now-
I've been-
The one,
Now-
the,
and I've been
I'm
walking
going to give you one that this name stuck in my head.
Chuck
give us a-
Woolery.
Chuck Woolery. Yeah, that one was one I thought you guys would get.
Okay.
Don Pardo.
Huh?
Okay.
Was he a host or an announcer?
He did both, but he was mostly the announcer.
Correct.
So
Okay.
Don Pardo was a part of a lot of different shows as the introduction, but he also was a host. And when I think of game shows, his name sticks in my head.
Okay.
All right. So the other one was Chuck Barris.
Chuck Barrett's The Gong
Yeah,
Show, one of
yeah.
my favorites.
Yep. So
Oh man.
so I'm gonna give you guys a B on that one. I was gonna say a B plus, but Blake was kind of sneaking in there and cheating.
Yeah.
So I can't give you a B plus, but I think you guys did pretty well. What was one of the big ones that I left off that that really stuck out? Because I was a Let's Make a Deal and The Price is Right when I was younger.
Yeah.
Alex Trebek later on, Pat Sajak later on.
Well, actually, how about
definitely-
Art Fleming?
Well, what show?
Jeopardy.
Oh, yeah. See, that's before I really got into it.
Yeah, I definitely would say like when I watched the game shows, like it was already around the point where like the game shows were already like too sanitized. Like all the hosts were like they might have like funny personalities, but you won't really get to see them as much. Like the only one that really breaks the mold was Steve Harvey for the time, because like Drew Carey, fine guy, but baby, he didn't really get to see like his like true energy like they had on Whose Line Is It Anyway.
Yeah, Whose Line Is It Anyway? Anyway, if you counted that a game show, I mean that was one of the better shows put together for me. I like the ad lib stuff.
About
I like that
Whose
kind
Line
of
Is What About What's My Line?
Yeah, What's My Line? Yeah, that was Groucho, right?
No, that was Groucho was.
Was it Wink Martindale who was What's My Line? What's
My Line was one where you had to figure out what the people did for a living.
Yeah.
Right. And that was back in the black and white days. And that also might have been Mr. White, who was the guy that was doing Password. That might have been Alan Ludden as well, but I'm not sure.
Yeah. And like also another thing as well, like the game shows only really known for like daytime stuff. Like you're not going to like most of like primetime TV now is like there's series, and then you also have the other thing, which is the reality show format, which you can't really count as game shows, like American Idol, America's Got Talent, The Voice, like stuff like that.
Yeah, those game shows. I mean, so it's kind of hard to say. Is Survivor a game show?
No.
I mean, it's Amazing Race a game show.
I would say
Fear Factor.
I would say game.
Yes.
Okay.
Fear Factor, yes. Amazing Race, yes. Survivor, no.
Why not? It's a game. You got to play games to get there. It's strategy.
I do understand that, but however, though you do have to live out in the environment in a much tougher environment than like the Amazing Race, like because like Amazing Race you can stay in the hotel. Survivor, you actually have to stay out there in the wilderness.
Yes,
yeah, so Survivor, Naked and Afraid, those I think you really have. I think all of them you have to earn it.
Right, yes. Exactly.
But I think it's still a game.
But I think Survivor most certainly is a game.
I think Survivor is almost more of a mental game plus a physical game. Right. But I think it's still a game.
Right.
So
and the other ones,
I give them all game shows.
The Talent, The Voice, America's Got Talent, American Idol, those are talent shows.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, those aren't game shows, those are talent shows.
But then would you then count the Gong Show that like
Gong Show is just wonderful.
The Gong Show was meant to be stupid and funny.
Exactly.
So yeah, it might not be. It might be considered more of a talent show than a game show. If we're breaking it.
Yeah.
So I mean, he was a spy.
According to him.
Yeah. Yep. He was a spy.
Yep. According to him.
So.
I mean, I used to watch that show and crack up. I might have been altered at the time, but still.
I love the Unknown Comic.
Yeah. I love G, the dancing machine.
Yeah. I talked about him this morning.
And like the modern like equivalent of like the Gong shows, like somebody like Kill Tony, where it's like,
Kill Tony's terrible.
It's awful.
Kill Tony's terrible. Have you ever watched Kill Tony?
I feel so happy that I don't even know what you're talking about.
It's comedians that go on in front of other comedians, and these comedians just blast.
They heckle.
They blast these other comedians in their craft.
They're just being
they're just mean. They're just it's mean spirited. And I can't give it my time.
No.
So
don't.
I mean, I know it's a very successful show, but it just breaks people's hearts.
And yet somehow they're selling out Madison Square Garden. So I guess some people just love the cruelty of it. I guess.
Yeah, that's your generation, big guy.
Yeah.
I know.
That was not mine.
No.
That one's not mine. We'll tell you to your face, but we won't embarrass you in front of everyone in the world. And it's a show that's out there that gets its success from embarrassing other people.
Yeah, well.
So, no, I'm not a Kill Tony guy at all.
No,
sorry,
don't be.
Sorry for those guys that are out there.
Somehow my mom is.
All right. China.
2 times.
China.
All right, we'll start in Florida.
All right. Florida, China.
Attorney General James Othmeyer, who is apparently the youngest Attorney General in Florida history, might be the youngest Attorney General ever, because I think the guy's, 19? Is he allowed to drive and drink? I don't know. Anyway.
He's attorney. How old is he actually?
I don't know, but he's very young. They passed a comment that
find it out, Blake. You're already looking it up.
Right.
Like everything else.
He is trying to prevent a brand of baby.
37.
How much?
37.
37.
Okay. Good
how
for him.
much for an age? Do you have to reply how much for an age?
What was how much?
Did
Did I say how much? Oh, how old? Sorry.
There you go.
Sorry. I have too much blood in my alcohol system.
We'll rectify that in a little while, won't we?
Yes, we will.
All right. So apparently there's what started out as a Chinese company that actually might have started as a Canadian company called Lorex, Lorex, that makes baby monitors or components in baby monitors and Ring doorbell cameras and stuff. And the state of Florida, which, by the way, wades way too far into foreign policy and things of that nature than any state, because they're, just declaring war on everybody and everything. And doing things that the federal government's supposed to do but doesn't, and then they're doing stuff that they shouldn't do. Anyway, I wax
So they're
poetic.
protecting us?
Maybe.
Okay.
But this one I'm all right with, except it's very confusing, because he's saying that because it's a Chinese company, which, by the way, they're in Taiwan now, but they've been sold twice, and then there was a Taiwanese company, but now there's some cloud storage company called, I don't think it's Skydance, but it might be, but I don't think it's the TikTok people, bought it. So he's concerned that the Chinese Communist Party and the Chinese government is spying on people's children's in their cribs through these baby cameras. Whether they are, whether he's just stirring the pot because he can, I don't know. But it ties into the more important story that there was a dissident in China.
A what?
Dissident.
What is a dissident?
An unhappy individual in the operations of the state in which he lives.
In China.
Correct. Which
Okay.
is a lot of people. But this guy said
I was
something.
going to say there's just one?
Well,
There's 2 billion people there.
This one-
You could only find one?
this is the one with balls.
Oh, okay. Yeah,
So,
not for long.
Oh, no. This guy is smarter than you. Well, maybe not. Maybe because they'll take a page out of the Russian, they'll go stick something in his tea over in England. But, okay. So,
Yeah, they're not going to get to him in England. Okay, got it.
oh, yeah, like because the Russians didn't get to anybody in England
Exactly.
either? No, I understand that. Right.
Yeah.
So, there was stuff, and you've seen that there's
And
cameras
in
that
England,
are...
he's going to stand out. Just saying. But go ahead.
Yeah, well, and so are the assassins.
Yes.
Okay, unless they contract it to the Iranians, and then they'll just blend right in.
Yeah.
Lately, and they've done it in St. Augustine, people have been shining words and statements on buildings. So they get a projector, they project onto a building. So this guy did it, and it was a whole bunch of things. One was overthrow the tyranny of the Communist Party. Another one was rise up, you who refuse to be slave. Freedom is no grift, take it back. No more lies, we want the truth. No more slavery, we want freedom. It was projected on a building from a hotel across the street. The police finally arrived 50 minutes later to disconnect the projector. And they walk into the room. It's empty. There's no dissident there. This gentleman is not there, but there's a handwritten letter sitting on the table going, "Hi, police." And the letter said, "Even if you are a beneficiary today, one day you will inevitably become a victim on this land." And that's the police going into the hotel room because this guy had it set up. And at the very end, you see the guy seeing the camera that's watching them. So these guys disconnecting the projector. And then the last guy picks up on the fact that they're being spied on by them. So this guy catches it. So that's the security tape of the cops going into the apartment. Now, this guy had left the country 9 days before. Set this all up automatically and remotely and activated this all remotely. He took his wife, his 2 daughters, and went to Britain. And he's been there since. The guy's name is Ki Hong, Qihong, Ki Hong. And he put up another surveillance video the next day of the cops berating his, and I'm quoting here, his frail, hunched mother in front of her village home. So the guy had set up there as well, waiting for them to come for his mother, and then he's broadcasting that
Left
as
his
well.
mom behind?
She was hunched and frail. What can I say?
Yeah. Wow.
So it's I just get such a real kick out of the fact that he just, he said, look, we're in a surveillance state. Well, how do they feel about being watched? And that's what he did.
Well, you see how they felt about it.
Yeah, not good.
Yeah.
So I thought that was really pretty great. So I just got a kick out of that.
So is he getting asylum in Great Britain?
I don't know if he's asked for it. I don't know what his status
think he
is, but he
should.
better.
If he hasn't yet, he should.
Right, because I don't think he's going back to China.
Yeah, I don't think he's welcome there.
So that's just another variation of standing in front of a row of tanks, I guess.
Feel like his mom's not going
Right.
to have a comfortable life the rest of her life either. So no, that's China on China. But what? All
Yeah,
these,
but
what's
boys.
your feelings on these things? Because I know some people like are thinking they're tapping into your Ring cameras and tapping into your Alexas and tapping into your Siri and your Googles.
This
and,
thing listens to everything we say,
Yeah, I mean,
whether you want to or not.
Yeah, what's your thoughts? I mean, we all have our phone with us almost 95% of the
Right.
time. You know, so and I know these other things are attached and are around us.
Right. I've conceded on privacy on so many levels that at this point in time, you know, the horse is so far out of the barn, closing the door won't make any difference. I don't have an Alexa or a Echo Dot or any of the other stuff. I very rarely use Siri. I'm not happy when I Google something that goes to AI, mostly because AI is full of shit. And Elon Musk has just decided to, you know, where his AI was going to be neutral, he's now admitted that he's moved it further to be conservative and further to the right. So, you know, Elon, once again, you're full of shit. So there's that. But on the other hand, you've got to accept the fact that the Ring cameras in particular, Ring doorbell cameras, have solved crimes, saved people.
They've been a deterrent to a lot of criminal activity.
Absolutely, and have been successful in you know, protecting people or catching people. You know, whether it's something as trite as a porch pirate, or somebody trying to break in.
I can tell you during the storms, if I'm not at the house, that's how I tell how high the water is from my Ring camera. Yeah. So, because I mean, there are certain storms where I'm like, oh, the water's going to get.
Did you have water on your street yesterday?
Not too much.
Okay. Because as I was going home after the show, I was going over.
Mine's more tidal than.
No, I understand that because, but I was looking, and in the marina, the tide was way, way, way up there, and I don't know. I guess it must have been a south wind because there were whitecaps bouncing off of the Bridge of Lions on the south side, and it was a little rougher on the north side, but not as much. So that was interesting.
Yeah.
You gotta realize, boys, here that you're wondering if the federal government doesn't do it, is it the states to do it? Okay, then you're going to have 50 different opinions on national security, and it's a red state in Florida that is trying to.
So we're going to be better at it.
So they're going to usurp the federal process here.
We're going to be better at it. So that's what he's saying. Yeah.
I appreciate the paraphrasing, but that's not where I was going. But
I know. I interrupted it.
I know. I was just going
and jumped on it. So.
I was just talking.
I'll go with my JAG attorney ahead of a lot of the other government guys.
J.D. Vance?
No, that's what.
Altmaier used to be a JAG attorney?
No, DeSantis.
Oh, okay, fine. Same difference. They're all the same person. They're all the same person. What? DeSantis and Vance are dramatically different?
Yes. They're extremely different.
Impressive. Okay.
Extremely different. And the fact that you don't see that shows me you're not a moderate.
Again, with not a moderate. How are they dramatically different?
Because you claim to be a moderate.
How are they different?
Huh? Well, how are they different? I mean, their personalities are completely different.
I'm talking policy.
Well, they're both following Trump in a lot of ways.
Okay.
But J.D. Vance has not been in charge of a budget, and DeSantis has.
Correct.
DeSantis guided. You got to give him number one when it came to the 2020 as far as governors go, because we didn't get crippled during 2020, where a lot of other states got crippled because of the way they handled that situation, that overreacted. And that one to me. So J.D. Vance, I don't think he's as experienced as Ron DeSantis.
No, nor do I.
And I don't think if I had to choose between the two of who's going to be the CEO of my company, I'm picking DeSantis over J.D. Vance.
Okay. All right. I'll chalk them both up to being bullies. I will give DeSantis a lot more credit for being a governmental manager and a chief executive. And as you said, J.D. Vance has never had that position.
Well, and J.D. Vance, I don't think has ever done anything for the environment. And I think what DeSantis did what he did when he first went in with the Everglades and flipped that one around. I think he handled that very well. Yep. You know, and you can. Recently, he seems to be more a Trump. No, well, not nasty, but a Trump person. And not an independent person, which I think is going to hurt him unless he gets back to being.
What hurt him? What, like in the 28 primaries?
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, I don't know what he's going to run for at
Yeah,
this point.
I mean,
so,
you know.
and Paul Renner, the former Speaker of the House, I guess, has announced that he is going to run for governor
Okay.
of the state of Florida. So I'm interested to see.
Poor Casey's getting boxed out every which way she's looking.
Yeah. Casey, I think
What
Casey's.
about Brian Donalds? He's getting boxed out now too.
Yeah.
He's been fighting Republicans because there's not a Democrat that's going to do anything in the state anyway.
No, the Democrats are going to have a tough time.
Right.
They're going to have a tough time. I was wondering if Moody would come out of the Senate side, but I don't think that would be and run for governor.
To do at this point in time, I don't think people realize she's even a senator.
Yeah, she was appointed. So,
Yeah, I know. Yeah. So yeah, not that.
So and I don't know who's. I think her seat could be in jeopardy from inside and out. So I think there are some Republicans that'll be like, that's a pretty good gig.
Right.
I might want to go there.
Right.
And I think there's Democrats that are,
if she's
she's
running,
I think she's the most susceptible to getting bumped of the bigger offices in the state of Florida.
Okay.
So, but I don't know where it's going to go with
and whoever is now the CFO has said he's going to run for his position full time.
Yeah. But I guess let's check the percentages of governor of Florida in 28.
Wait, let me check.
Pull them up, Blake, because that'll be interesting. Because I think that is going to be interesting.
Would you like Florida governor first?
Yeah, Florida governor, because that's in 28, right?
Yes.
It's in the presidential election.
Or is it 28 or 26?
Oh, presidential election?
No.
The governor.
Governor.
It looks like Poly Market doesn't have anything yet. Let me pull up call sheet real quick.
Yeah.
I think it's 26.
26. Yeah, I think it's 26.
been in
It's
there for
off.
more than-
It's off of the presidential.
Because he's already been in for a couple of years.
So.
He didn't just get elected.
Yeah.
All right, pull it up now. They only have like it looks like they only have like stuff for like who's gonna win based on party, Republican and Democrat. And like right now, for it, if you were investing $1 right now, it says 94 cents says yes, a Republican will win the governorship of Florida.
Which is interesting because if it's in 26, well, I guess it's not going to matter. There's not going to be a blue wave in Florida, but there might be a blue ripple.
Yeah.
I definitely don't see a blue wave happening at all. I think Florida is just way too gone for the Democrats.
Well, I was talking nationally, but yes, you're right.
Yeah.
I think it just all comes down to what happens with the other redistricting plans. If like other governors fall through with this and like see, okay, is every state going to be realigned again? Like what's going to happen there?
Yeah. Well, and Jay Collins and Byron Donalds seems to be the two.
I take it Casey DeSantis isn't on that list any longer.
First Lady has been a potential successor. Not really.
Right.
Not really.
That was just him trying to keep power.
So, but I think Representative Donalds has like a PAC that's got like $20 or $30 million in it.
And he's got the president in back of him.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. So, I mean, as long as the president stays in good graces with the Republican Party, which could change in a year and a half.
Right.
Well, he's probably
a senatorial candidate.
Yeah. If he runs against Moody. Yeah.
Yeah,
I mean,
in general,
Paul Renner's our local guy. He brought a lot of money to us as Speaker of the House, but I don't know if he can raise and compete with Collins and Donalds. I think those two. And as far as did they name any Democrats at all?
So far,
Buddy McKay, maybe.
So far, it looks like there's been six Democrats have officially. Actually, let me double check here. Looks like there's been 7 Democrats that have officially.
There's a couple from Miami-Dade.
5. Richard Dubinsky, Dana Foster, Indini Pierre, John Baptiste, David Jolly, and
John Baptiste. I'd vote for him. He's a very talented young man.
Yeah, and Donald J. Pearson.
Okay.
And then,
not a household name among them, is there?
Yeah.
And then here's the list for Republicans: Shea Cruel, Byron Donalds, Jim Holcomb, Daniel J. Imperato, John Joseph Merad, Paul Renner, Kenneth Suss, and Robert Edward Bobby William Jr.
Yeah, this will all shake out eventually.
Yeah. No, and like I said, I think those top 2 that we named are probably as long as Trump stays in good graces with the Republican Party, I think Byron Donalds is going to be the front runner.
Yeah.
Well, you know,
Well, and the last election, DeSantis ran a really good primary, and then he either he spent all his money or he fell asleep at the wheel and almost lost to the Democrat.
What?
I mean, the one I think it was in
2018.
Right.
2018 when he first went in.
There was no.
What was that?
No
what was that Democrat's name that ended up getting caught with like?
It was Andrew Gilliam.
Gilliam.
oh yeah,
Yeah,
okay.
yeah.
The guy was
There was,
Tallahassee.
Yeah,
yeah,
yeah.
there was a lot of.
He
stuff
got
in
caught doing
Miami.
some bad stuff.
But it
Which
was
which is
but
surprising
it was
it was that close.
okay. But it was okay because he eventually came out as bi. So
Oh, okay. All right. But that explains the drug use.
yes.
Oh,
I was
okay.
gonna,
All
I was
right.
gonna say, right. That wasn't his issue.
Yeah, well, I don't think that's what the problem was. I don't think it was his sexuality that was the problem.
Yeah, but the last governor election, it was why
It was blown. It was like 86% victory or something.
It was bad. Like I think
the last election.
it was
Yeah.
it was Charlie Crist that was the Democrat.
Yeah, the Oompa Loompa
Who was
himself.
who was a
The original
Republican,
Oompa-
who was an independent, who was a Democrat.
And I can tell you
Charlie,
this.
Pick a lane.
I can tell you this. I met several governors. The nicest one, and all of them are nice. All of them have been nice. Bob Martinez, not so much. He's kind of.
Hey, there's a reason why there's a song that has that title.
Exactly. If you know the song, you know the song. You know the song?
I do not.
It's called Martinez,
Okay.
and it was Two Live Crew.
And
Yeah, and yeah,
because of
because they
that,
were trying to do censorship, so they just leaned into it.
Okay.
So, but
What did Tipper Gore have to say about that?
yeah, I met Jeb, but all the governors I have met, and DeSantis too. Charlie Crist is probably the most charismatic of them. Not, in my opinion, not the best governor,
Okay.
but he was, to me, the kindest of them all. And Rick Scott, who looks like Baltimore and doesn't look very charismatic, when you meet him in person, his on-screen personality is not great. But if you have a conversation with him, you're like, this is a pretty good dude.
Okay.
So,
Well, for a Medicare criminal.
yeah, well, I plead the
Yeah,
fifth. I plead the fifth.
Right. Yeah. Right. Yeah.
I plead the
Yeah, he's
fifth.
in the Senate.
I plead the fifth.
the leading Republican senator right now.
Yeah.
He's-
Did I mention that in this administration, character mounts for nothing?
No.
In other
Well,
news,
then I'll bring it up again.
in other news, Lenny, water is wet.
Thank you very much.
Yeah. Moist. Water's moist.
It's
Right.
wet.
Thank you. There we go.
All right, it is time. We have about 20 minutes. And
I'm
it is
claiming this.
time for Wager Wire. Lenny is on a heater. So
Claiming it,
he
baby.
gets to hold the Wager Wire Wonder Man
I was in Fuego last night.
in Fuego with his picks.
My long ball was just leaving the ballpark.
There you go. All right. I have some long plays out there that's getting close.
Okay.
I'm excited about them because it looks like I have a pretty good chance.
On one of them for sure.
All right. I
Actually,
need
the Dodgers definitely
the Dodgers to lose one game.
should happen.
We're in. I win that bet. I made the bet 5 months ago. All right. I need the Reds to win 10 of the next 26 games. So if they
doable.
play 500, they win. All right. Those are my two long bets that if I win, and I put a little bit in there.
Okay.
It wasn't like it was.
Little scratch?
I put a little bit in there. So I'm excited how that was going to play out.
Okay.
I think one of them's going to come down to like the last game.
The Reds.
Yeah.
I think the Dodgers, you could have the Dodgers.
Dodgers I should have by
the
the
week.
end of this week.
Yeah.
If they lose one game this week, I'm good. I'm golden.
Shoney's pitching tonight, I think.
Yeah.
No. He actually got scratched. They're moving his start to tomorrow.
Okay.
Ooh.
And you know who's starting for the Pirates tomorrow, right?
Skeens?
Yep.
Nice. But his win-loss record isn't all that great, and he's been a little weak lately.
Well, the thing is
okay. He Paul Skeens should still win the Cy Young regardless of win-loss record. I know my old dad over here says, "Oh, win-loss record is the most important." But
well, I can tell you this: if you don't win the damn game,
Right.
if you don't win the game, what's the point?
Right. You can
I
have a
don't
great
care how
ERA.
many strikeouts you have.
Or
I don't
or-
care.
or
I
the
don't
league
care.
leading ERA.
I don't give a crap what your WAR is. I care about wins. I don't care if they're ugly. I don't care if they're pretty. I don't care if it's 1-0, and I don't care if it's 20-0. A W is a W, and these new statistics have lost the W's.
Okay. All right. So argument time. So if there was
Fire that boy up.
If there was two teams, let's say there's a pitcher that's 20-4, but has a 5.4 ERA. We also have a second pitcher that let's say is 8-9. But boy, with like a 1.12 Bob Gibson season. Which pitcher would you like to have on your team?
There's no pitcher in the history of the world that has less than a 2 ERA that was 8-9. Look it up. It's not happening. It's not happening. The problem with the pitchers today is they get in 6 innings and they're done.
Pretty much.
They get in 6 innings and they're done. And then you're into your middle relievers and you're into your other ones, and there's some great pitchers out there that lose games. Skeens is one of them. Skeens is a beast. He's an absolute beast. But until his team starts winning games for him, I can't give him the Cy Young.
Right.
I can't do it.
And if that guy was 20-4 with a 5.3 ERA, you know,
That's probably not heard of either in this
I'm
era.
thinking, but by that same token, that means you have a very, very powerful offense on your team to cover for your runs.
That's some run coverage.
Right.
That's not happening in today's world either. But I understand your analogy, but you know what I want? I want the 20 wins. I don't care what your ERA is.
But
I want the wins. What matters in the standings? Does it say, oh, they get to go to the playoffs because their team's ERA was good? No, it comes down to the wins. It's wins and losses. And that's the way sports is. It's wins and losses.
But you can't blame the rest of the team for being ass during the batting order. Sure, okay, he might have won.
They lost that game. Guess what? They could have lost without him.
Right.
True or true? The answer is true. They lost the game. They could have lost without him. That's like being in last place and winning the MVP. When Andre Dawson won the MVP in last place, well, he wasn't that freaking valuable.
Right, exactly, yeah.
It's called most valuable player.
Okay,
They would have finished last without him too.
I definitely understand your argument about the most valuable player award. Like it definitely shouldn't.
Cy Young.
It did no.
It comes down to
Cy
wins.
Young just still has to go to the best pitcher.
No, it comes down to wins.
No.
Yes, it does.
No, okay, the wins might help, but no, you have to have the bet. You gotta have like a top 5 ERA. You have to be in the top 5 in strikeouts. You have to have.
No, you don't. You need to win games.
You have to.
It doesn't matter if you don't win games. It just doesn't matter if you don't win the games.
Okay, then why did Jacob deGrom win his Cy Youngs?
I like Jacob deGrom because he's from my hometown.
Right.
But I didn't necessarily agree with him winning those Cy Young.
He had a couple of hell of a great seasons.
Yeah.
Okay.
He was 14 and he had a winning season.
Yes,
Right.
he had a winning season.
But he was 14 and whatever. He didn't get the losses in those games that were lost. He could have easily have won 20 games if they left him in the damn game.
So what? So you want more of the guys that want
I want
the
wins.
big inning guys, that possibly get you the wins.
I want Bob Gibson.
Me too.
I want Bob
Gibson's still fantastic. Bob Gibson's still fantastic.
I want the Bob Gibsons. I want the Greg Maddux of the world.
Yes.
Okay, and these guys pitched. What is this? I think it's extinct today. Complete games.
Actually, somebody had one this year.
What?
Yep.
Had
They're
one?
one or two.
What?
Yeah.
I definitely agree with you.
I think Hunter Green had a complete
Yeah, I
game.
think so. Exactly. There was a
All
couple of them, I think, this
All
season.
right. Then let me give you this. 2004 Randy Johnson. He had an ERA of 260. Led the entire Major League Baseball in strikeouts with 290. 245 innings. Do you want to guess what his record was in 2004?
What was it?
16-4. Still finished second in Cy Young.
To who?
That's a good record. I mean, that's one that could win the Cy Young. I don't have
Right.
I don't have a problem with the 16-4. I have a problem with an 8 and 9.
Okay.
Right. But who won the Cy Young that year?
It was Roger Clemens who won the Cy Young with 30 fewer innings, a .3 higher ERA at 290. But guess what his record was?
He had 20 wins.
18-4.
Right.
He had
And he
2 more-
cheated.
He had 2 more wins.
Yes.
It wasn't cheating at that time.
Oh, he wasn't pumped up?
Doesn't matter. It wasn't illegal.
Okay.
It wasn't in baseball. It was not illegal
2004,
to use steroids
2004 was
until like 2001.
2004 was definitely around the point where it's like, yeah,
They maximized their chances of winning.
Right.
I grew up in the steroid era, and that's the reason I had no chance of that. And the only other thing that held me back is my skill level.
Right.
But you know,
I could have been somebody, but I just wasn't very good. Right.
Yeah,
I'm not meaning you.
Yeah, no, I wasn't as good as him.
Right.
But I mean, and true athletes understand that their skill level peaks at a certain level.
Sure.
And I knew when mine peaked.
All right.
But Roger Clemens was a beast. You know, it wasn't like Randy Johnson lost to, somebody who was 8-9.
Right.
Yes.
This was an 18-4. Who won that year?
The Cy Young?
No. Who
World Series?
won the World Series that year?
That was the Boston Red Sox.
Okay. So who was the top pitcher on the Red
Kurt
Sox?
Schilling.
Because
So
And
Kurt
it's
Schilling.
Is that the bloody
and
sock?
bloody sock.
Yes,
Okay.
it was. So Kurt Schilling actually finished second in Cy Young voting. He had a 21-6 record with a 3.26 ERA. However, the winner of Cy Young that year was Johan Santana with a 20-6 record with a 2.61 ERA. Now would you
That's
also
where
say?
he's pitching for Minnesota, wasn't
Now,
it?
yes. Now, would you say because Kurt Schilling had one more win against Johan Santana, should he have won the Cy Young?
no, because he was an asshole. Sorry.
Schilling?
Yeah. The press couldn't stand him.
Yeah.
Yeah, good
The
point.
press couldn't stand him. I mean,
I don't
I
know
can tell you,
anybody
Steve
like him.
Carlton probably could have won a couple more
If he talked to the press?
if he talked to the press.
Yeah, good point.
Steve Carlton could be one of the greatest lefties of all time.
Absolutely.
I do consider him better than Randy Johnson
I disagree.
because you never saw him pitch.
Steve
Because I can
Carlton
tell you,
was just-
I can tell you, Steve Carlton had one of the most horrible teams that he was pitching for and carried him. I think as far as percentages of wins per one pitcher, Steve Carlton, I think, might have that record because I think he was like 22 on a team that won 70 games.
Okay.
Look that up. It would have been in the early 70s.
When he was pitching for the Phillies?
no, it was before the Phillies.
So I'll look that up. But I do have to ask you though, if you're on the mound facing
There's no card.
a lefty,
Yeah, pardon.
He was pitching McGuire.
like but who's like the most intimidating lefty of all time, like or even like the most intimidating pitcher of all time? What's the number one pitcher that a lot of people go to?
It's Randy Johnson
Yes.
because he didn't have control.
right.
Randy Johnson later in his career wasn't as scary. Randy Johnson at the beginning of his career was frightening, absolutely frightening for a left-handed batter.
Was Koufax a lefty?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So right there, you got Sandy Koufax.
Yeah, but Koufax couldn't. He couldn't throw. He could throw, but he's not Randy Johnson.
No, not at all.
He
but
was a
he's-
true
but-
pitcher
but
when he
was
learned to
right.
pitch.
Yeah, he was like Greg Maddux.
Yeah, once he learned to pitch, it was over. So, all right, we got football season, and we only got like 7 or 8 minutes to go here because we got land title coming in. I have 4 games here of teams I like. Blake, there are some of the ones that we already talked about, and I think you like them too. And we do have one that's completely different. What is your game of the week that you like for football?
I am going to take Pittsburgh over the Jets.
Pittsburgh over the Jets.
Pittsburgh's
The
laying
healthy-
2.5 in New York, and let's see what that old Altacaca can do.
Yeah, I mean, I think Aaron Rodgers has a good 6 games in him, and then we're going to see a decline.
But I think Pittsburgh, yeah, right, and I think Pittsburgh's in serious trouble. But I think their defense is good. The Jets actually may surprise them, honestly. But it was the Washington laying 6 over the Giants at home. I think that's a pretty solid bet right there. And Cincinnati.
well, just one.
Okay.
Just one. You're jumping ahead of us
Fine,
here.
thank you. Fine. I get excited.
I said
excited.
you're one pick,
Lenny.
Lenny, and then
Lenny,
all right.
Lenny, be careful what you say. I have control over the switchboard. I can always just go to my dad and not touch number 3.
You always
most
go
of
to
the
your dad
time.
anyway.
But he picked the Steelers, so you're good. So
Okay.
that was a good suck up on that one.
exactly.
Okay.
All right, and my number one pick is the Bengals over the Browns. I think Joe
I think
Cool.
that's-
I think he is. people can say what they want, but I think he is the best quarterback in the league right now.
he's healthy.
Burrow is healthy. He put up amazing numbers last year.
Got a
If the
great receiving
Bengals
core.
can find any, he's got the best receiver in the
He
league.
needs a running back.
If they can find any defense whatsoever,
Yeah.
the Bengals have a chance to go a long way. And they're in a division that used to be really, really strong.
All right. So
They're
mine.
playing in Cleveland.
Yeah.
Cleveland's in complete disarray as it is.
Yeah, Cleveland can't get out of the way of themselves. I mean,
Joe Flacco. starting for them.
Flacco was great once, or above average. I'm not going to go great. Blake, your pick.
All right, my pick is I'm gonna go with the Commanders over the Giants taking the points because it's like I do believe like Jay and Daniels right now I know like all time Lamar is probably the best running quarterback right now and probably
Well, in the league right now, the best running quarterback is still Michael Vick.
yes. I'm gonna say no for right now.
What about Randall Cunningham?
Michael Vick was. I mean, if he didn't get in trouble, his numbers would have been through
Yes,
the roof.
I definitely agree with that, but because how Michael Vick got in trouble with everything,
It's hard to put him in the conversation because
Yeah.
of the heinous stuff that he did.
Yeah, indeed.
But as far as a raw athlete goes,
Yes.
just to see him, just to watch him live, you're like, that's different.
See, what I worry about Jaden Daniels is he's skinny.
Yes, but that allows him to be a lot more mobile than Michael Vick was, or possibly even Lamar Jackson.
No,
was.
he's not more. Well, Michael Vick was a different type of athlete. He's a Dion type athlete playing quarterback. So, and like I said, horrible human being. So he'll never get the credit of how good he could have been, how great he could have been.
Yeah,
But no, I like that pick. I like the Commander's pick.
and plus,
Absolutely.
All right.
I also have concerns about the Giants in the future because I really believe we might have an 0-17 team this year.
The Giants. Ooh.
I-
0-17 is tough to do.
I don't think
Russell Wilson.
I really don't think it's going to happen to the Giants. I think they're going to be in the bottom. But I do concern like we might have an 0-17 team this year somewhere. In the league.
That's tough.
Then you're calling Cleveland because
I think Cleveland's got a better chance of being 0-17. All right.
Oh, the
We
Saints.
each have time for one more pick.
okay,
All right. So what was your second pick? What would you go with?
I go with Cincinnati.
Cincinnati. So
Laying the 5.5 or whatever it is.
staying with Cincinnati on that one.
Yeah.
All right. Anyone we haven't talked about yet that you like?
Buffalo and Baltimore is almost a pick 'em because Buffalo's at home.
They're at
laying,
home and they're
laying
an under.
one.
They're laying one.
Yeah, they're
Home-
laying
home-
one. Baltimore's the
Home dogs in the pros is tough, but that's both great teams. But I like Josh Allen, man.
Yep.
I think he's
solid. He's good.
I think
he can
he's got
run.
he's got his team believing in him, and
His receivers are tough.
yeah. So, all right, Blake, what's your second pick?
I'm gonna. I'm actually gonna go with Thursday night's game. Possibly go and because I really don't think with how weak the Cowboys defense is now because of what's happened with Micah Parsons and him getting traded away. I just see the Philly just going ahead.
8 points is a lot of points to give up.
It
though.
is.
Especially when they can sling the ball.
Yeah, 8 points is a lot of points to give up early in the season.
But
I'm not going to say I'm staying away from that game
Right.
because of the points. The two other ones I like. I do like the Jags. I think the Jags.
the Hard Rock
are-
line needs to stop.
It's going back and forth. It's switching back and forth from 3 to 3.5. But I like the Jags. They're giving up 3, and they are at home. So I'm hopeful that I'm a Dolphins fan, but I always root for the Florida teams. And the other one I like is I don't understand how the Vikings are an underdog.
Yeah.
Correct.
I personally think it might be. I think it might be just because like the Ben Johnson hype and like a lot of people had been going like, okay, we need to put money on Ben Johnson and Caleb Williams as much as possible. Just put money in. So actually, right now, the Vikings are favored by 1 point.
They're favored by 1. I thought they were.
1.5.
I thought they were down by 1.
The Vikings are laying 1.5. You're right.
Yes. And actually, my line's now changed.
That makes more sense.
My line's now changed to Vikings minus 120.
Okay. So, all right, guys, we're coming to the end. We have
Land
title coming in. We got trivia we got to get to over at Amici's. So we're excited about the new show over there. So I want to make sure our setup's good. But Lenny, hold on tight to the wager wire Wonder Man.
Well, if I stopped reading my own press, I'd be fine because I went back to those boys who were not hitting home runs 2 days in a row, though they did.
Yeah, don't
earlier in the week. They
Yeah.
did. They were hitting home runs every day.
You can't go to the well too many times.
I know, and I did, but
Yeah.
I'm still way up.
All right.
Boy, that was
good.
exciting.
Green's good to see on your screen there on the wager wire. Blake, any parting shots for this weekend as far as wagers go? Any college games you want people to keep an eye on for?
No, there's
right.
there's barely any college the only like AP top 25 ranked like opponents this year this week is Michigan and Oklahoma. It's like, do you really want to watch?
Well,
it?
yeah, now they're all going to the cupcakes that they should have played the
you're-
first week of the season.
And your reactions watch party
Yes.
is tomorrow night.
Yes.
For opening game of the NFL.
Yes, correct.
All right.
Cool.
All right, guys. We'll
be watching the
We'll be
watch.
back here tomorrow.
See ya.
Bye-bye.